Hey guys, it's Russell back, and on today's video, I finally get to shoot a video. It's been about, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks. Just the weather has not been cooperating here in the summer, so a lot of rain, been having a lot of rain, a lot of bad weather, and it's a really nice day outside, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock this video out for you. And on today, for a hybrid soap test, I'm going to be testing the combination of the Gyeon, I hope I'm saying that right, Bath, combined with the Mastersons Mystic Snow Foam. And we're going to be using our MTM submachine gun style foamer. This is the PF22 model. I'm going to be using 1 ounce each of our car soaps and 10 ounces of warm water. We'll test the foaming ability and pre-wash ability of the hybrid combination, and then I'll be switching to my 3-gallon bucket where I will also use 1 ounce each of our soaps, and we'll test the foamage and how it performs in a hand wash. It's about, I don't know, probably 88, 89 degrees outside. It's very sunny. It's later and it's about, I don't know, about 7:15, so the sun's still pretty high in the sky. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do this. The Accord has not been washed since the last time I did a video. Almost a month. It's embarrassing. Anyway, let's get to it because you've heard me blab on enough. It's embarrassing. Driving a car around this dirty. We're going to rectify that. Alright, I've got 1 ounce of our Gyeon Bath and 1 ounce of our Mystic Snow Foam. Let's see how this combination foams. Alright, so initially the foam goes on pretty thick. This is what I would call a 2-stage foam. You can see the base layer and then the top layer. This is comprised mostly of really fine micro bubbles with a few smaller cell bubbles and intertwined with that. And there is a really good amount of lubrication in the foam itself, which is a good sign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit here and dwell for 6 minutes. Then we'll come back, rinse it off with the pressure washer, and see what kind of non-bonding contaminants this hybrid combination as a pre-wash can do. Alright, so here we are back 6 minutes later. And I'm going to say there's probably 35–40% left on the hood, the windshield, maybe a little less on the windshield and maybe a little bit more on the top, and probably about 35% left on the side. Pretty impressive for the heat and this being the sun side. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse this off with the pressure washer, and we will see how the hybrid combination did on the non-bonding contaminants. Alright, so here we are back after we have rinsed the car off, and as you can see, it has not harmed our Adams liquid paint sealant. It actually did a really good job. Of course, we know from our pre-washes that they're not going to remove the bonded contaminants. That's not what their purpose is. But this did a really, really good job on the non-bonding contaminants, and it actually removed more brake dust than I thought that it probably would. But so I'm going to rate this a solid 9.0. This combination as a pre-wash 9.0. All right, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get the bucket set up, and we will do a test and see what kind of foamage we get, and then do a hand wash. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to put in, I'm almost out of the Gyeon Bath, and we'll just go ahead and put an ounce in here. This looks like kind of like Aquavelva aftershave. It's very, very thin, but this is one of those car soaps that even though the viscosity is really, really thin and light, it makes a really good foam. And then we've got our Mastersons Mystic Snow Foam, almost out of this. This is one of my favorite car soaps for sure. It's a very, very, very good soap. This is a very, I would say, cobalt blue. Not a whole lot of scent to it. And surprisingly, this is not as viscous as some of the other offerings that you've seen, but it is a top tier, top shelf car soap. So I'm going to go ahead and get the pressure washer and go ahead and see what kind of foamage this makes. Just getting what was left in the shot glass. It does have quite a bit of lubrication in the water, which is really good. So this combination makes very quick foam, and it's a pretty stable foam. You don't see it, there's a light breeze here, and you don't see it breaking down rapidly. The foam itself, again, has quite a bit of lubrication, and the water and soap combination, the solution in here feels like oiled water. This would even be slicker than Wonder Wash, so very, very pleased with that. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything set up, and we'll go ahead and do a hand wash on the Accord. Alright guys, so we've got some good light here, or actually I'm losing the light. It's a little bit better than before. But I wanted to give you my final review of the Gyeon Bathe and the Mastersons Mystic Snow Foam. 9.9. This is by far the best, well, it's the best hybrid soap combination I've ever used. And it's the best single soap, if you can even have that as a single soap, that I've ever used. I told you guys when the series started that this was going to probably going to be some soaps kind of come out of left field, and wow, this stuff is phenomenal. When I clean my wheels, I always use, that's why I do them last, I always use the soap that is left over from the wash. This stuff, I mean, look at that. All I did was use my very soft brush. I've shown you guys how I clean wheels. I don't use any wheel cleaner or anything other than the soap that's used on the car. And it took that brake dust off like it was not even there. The durability of the soap from when I start the beginning of the panel till I end is super, super strong. It's got a super amount of lubrication in there. It's very, very slick. The mitt just glides across the surface. And to boot, it leaves the paint just as clean as can be. I'm flabbergasted. I'm glad that we've gotten to this point. It's just one of those things. This stuff it's phenomenal. It's a solid 9.9. And when I finish this series, maybe I'm gonna have to re-rate it, you know, but right now it is the best combination. Yes, it's better than Adam's Red. Everybody knows how much I love Adam's Red. But Adam's Red lacks a little bit in the lubrication department, and it lacks a little bit in the durability department. It's a great, it was my #1 soap. These two combined are my #1 soap. And it's funny because the Mastersons is really, really good. The Gyeon, I don't know how that chemistry is done, but that stuff is, when you just look at it in the bottle, it just looks like it's not going to do anything. That stuff is really, it's really good. That just proves and just shows you that it doesn't have to be a viscous car soap to be good. But yeah, guys, I think if we don't find one that's better, this may be as close as we can get. I'm going to test. I've got a lot more to test, but I mean, it's phenomenal how it doesn't streak. It rinses cleanly. It's very easy to rinse, and you saw it's almost 90 degrees out here. Super high humidity. The sun was shining over here like it always has, and during my car test, and there was still a lot more left than normal. Now that doesn't, in and of itself, is not, you know, the only thing that we look at, but it's, you know, as a pre-wash, a solid 9, but definitely as a hand wash, a 9.9. So I'm very, very excited to be able to let you guys know that, let you experience it. I'm going to put a link down below on Amazon where I get these. Give it a try. Give it a try. This stuff, I'm so surprised and so happy to actually get something that is this good. There may be something that's better. There may be an 11 out there. I don't know. We're going to get there together. We're going to find out together. You'll know it as soon as I know it. But guys, really, this is a really good combination. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. I appreciate everybody's subscribership. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and next to the subscribe button is a little bell. Click that and you'll be notified as soon as I upload the content on the channel, and I will see you guys on the next video. Look how pretty that Honda looks. Not a swirl mark in there. None. Zero. I've washed this car, gosh, 600-700 times. Never had a buffer on it. Talk to you later.